Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Another piece of news, good news again. It seems like all these authoritarian leaders are winning democratic elections nowadays. Well, we congratulated Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban in two videos that I posted because I think it was very important how he was portrayed by these corporate big clubs, mass media, so-called, just propaganda outlets. And the other one is Serbia. Ooh, we got some good news from Serbia. Let's read them. So this article comes from Axios. Serbia's, and it's from April 4th, 2022, by Ivana Saric. Serbia's Putin-friendly president wins a re-election. So Serbia's Putin-friendly president wins re-election. So what do we get? What do we get from here? Putin, bad dude. So if he's friendly with Putin, bad dude by association. Correct? Correct. Correct. Only Bush family was allowed to make dealings with Nazis, but by association, it was erased. And yeah, I remember what's his name, JFK, the former president, who was boom boom by my queen can't say whom because it's pretty obvious. Once you don't find the answer of an assassination, then you know it's the ones who are in charge of the investigation might have something in that. But I don't know. I'm just asking question, and So anyway, here, yeah, JFK. JFK was in Germany during the Second World War, and I think he was a correspondent of a certain newspaper or something, American, and he wrote he wrote a letter regarding no, that was before the war and after the war. So before the war, he went to Germany, visited Germany, and he had some very nice words to for that Führer. So that was not right after, but it was all forgotten about that. All forgotten. You can find it online. JFK talking about a German leader, dictator, criminal, however you want to call him. All right. So it says here that Serbia's president Alexander Vucic and his populist Serbian Progressive Party are projected to win landslide victories in the Sunday's elections. Yes. Okay. So why it matters? Under Vucic's leadership, Serbia has fostered close ties with Russia and China while seeking membership in the European Union. Okay. Good. Follow your interests as a country. Whatever, right, is best for your country, for your people, for your nation. Serbia has voted to condemn Russia's invasion of Ukraine, okay, at the UN, but it has not imposed sanctions against Russia. So it didn't go all the way with the plan, with the order. So that's a problem. It's now or never, and all or nothing. That's what it's right here. The big picture. Tell me the big picture, Ivana Saric. Tell me, please. Let's see what's the big picture. With 87.67% of the ballots counted, Vucic had won 59.5% of the votes. The state election commission announced on Monday per CNN. Ooh, CNN. Must be true then. The decisive win means there will be no need to hold a second round runoff, and Vucic secures another 5-year term. Wow, it's a long time. A lot of things can happen with Vucic. Just saying. Opposition presidential candidate Zdravko Panos, a retired army general representing the pro-European and centrist, that's a nice guy in centrist, Alliance for Victory Coalition, came in second place with just 17.1% of the votes, while the United for Victory Alliance garnered a mere 12.9%, Reuters reported. Okay, Vucic Serbia's Progressive Party, SMS, won 43.4% of the votes. In the parliamentary election, the Socialist Party of Serbia, along time coalition partner of the SNS won 11.7%, giving the government a clear majority per CNN. Okay, must be true, as I said. Well, that's very good. It says here that between the lines, now this is where the spin comes. They tell us what exactly happened. I mean, that's the fact, but now they tell us, wait a second, we're going to tell you exactly. Okay, let's see. Between the lines, the Central for Research, Transparency and Accountability, CRTA, a local NGO. When you hear NGO, what do you hear? Soros, Soros, Soros. Anyway, that's one. Then, that should be probably, I don't know anything about that, CRTA, but anyway, it says in a statement. Monday, that is representative of, said in a statement Monday that its representatives observed voting irregularities at 12% of polling stations in Serbia. I would like to remind you that these NGOs are not allowed in American elections because they're so pure here that nobody should come and check on us. We do everything perfect, especially last election was A-OK, perfect, clear as a crystal. So there you go, 12%, these guys say. What they are saying, who's they? A huge thank you to citizens of Serbia, Vucic says in a speech Sunday per Al Jazeera. Ooh, Al Jazeera. I'm endlessly proud and endlessly happy. Excellent. Russian President Vladimir Putin, the bad dude from the title, congratulated Vucic on his victory Sunday. Okay, nice and civilized, which he said showed that was broad public support for Serbia's independent foreign policies and would help bolster the strategic partnership between Russia and Serbia, Associated Press reported. You know what it is, partnership? Kosovo and others over there. So, and then he says here, the big picture. Now the big picture, these guys are going to put together the two authoritarian, the left one and the right one, the far right, the so-called far right one, which is Orban and Vucic. Let's see what these guys are, how they're going to make the connection between them as being bad dudes. The big picture, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban also claimed victory, of course, in his country's election on Sunday. Preliminary results showed that he won. We will remember this victory. This is what he said when he won. So yeah, they put this together. Ivana, I think, or whatever her name was, put together immediately Orban and Vucic, like an axis of evil. But as one of my viewers, funny comment stated, now the the axis of evil is already taken. So what are they going to do with these guys now, with Russia, China, India, South Africa, how do you call that, Brazil, Argentina, and the list goes on. Well, good. Congratulations, Mr. Vucic. Congratulations, Mr. Orban. Good. We love democracy, right? When we're winning. Now we're not like them. We're not like them. We don't like democracy only when it turns out the way we want it, or we would wished. We love democracy if it's fair and honest and free elections and so on. And so be it. Even though I have kind of questions regarding the mass democracy, where you have any biped, a goose is a biped too, or or a hen, it's a biped too. Every biped on the society can vote. Well, with little, felony you can't, mental health you can't, but I'm talking about the intellect and knowledge. You should know what you're voting for. You should be prepared intellectually with knowledge. You should know what you're doing, because it's very important, because you give the reign of a country to some people over there to make decisions that will affect you and generations, including your children, right? So that's a different conversation. Thank you for being with me again today, guys. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you in a moment. We got some more